Hi everyone, welcome to a quick stream. This is purely an educational stream. He says, just looking now to find out why on earth this camera isn't working. There we go. Let's have a look. Have I turned the camera off or something? Probably have. Often happens. So, no, come on camera. Gonna work? No, let's go with the camera then. Let's just go full screen and hide the camera. Simple as that. Okay. So what I wanted to talk about was the fact that this is my first year streaming. It's not a first. It's not a complete year. It is my first year. I've been streaming for about 8 months, something like that. But we're coming to the end of 2019, so I thought I'd do a quick video about what I've learned in this first part of the year, and hopefully it'll help other people who are starting to stream or just thinking about streaming. So let's jump in and see what's going on. First thing you want to understand is that to stream, you do need some motivation. You have to have a reason for doing it. For me, it's fun. I enjoy doing it. It's a good laugh. I don't have any issues with streaming. I tend to have the confidence to do it. I don't mind that there's camera on me. I don't mind anything like that. It is a good giggle, and I enjoy talking to people. Some people do it for educational purposes, whether that's giving education or learning about streaming and the technical side of it. There's a bit of that in it for me. I enjoyed the technical side. Sometimes it's frustrating, but it's all part of the learning process, so I do enjoy that as well. Some people are looking for a connection. They're looking for like-minded people, and if that's you, then you'll find a lot of like-minded people on stream services like Twitch. You don't necessarily have to stream to actually connect with them, but if you want to make a first-person connection where they can see you, hear your voice, things like that, that's one way of doing it, streaming. Some people do it for money, and I've got to say right up front, if you're doing it for money, forget it. Yeah, that's the wrong reason. Do it for one of the other reasons and enjoy it. And if you make money along the way, that's great. Then you can look at making more money. We'll look at the reasons for making money and how you make money, things like affiliate status and becoming a Twitch partner and things like that later, because there are a lot of people out there who do make a lot of money, but for every one that makes, say, $1,000 a month, there are thousands who make nothing. So please understand that before you start. Affiliate is the starting point to make money, and we'll go into that a little bit more later. So the downside of streaming, for a long time, or certainly for a week or so, you're going to be streaming to nobody. Even if you streamed every day for 7 hours a day, you'll primarily stream to nobody when you start. And the reason for that is it's hard to get known out there. It's hard to tell people that you're streaming and get people to come and visit you. I'm just going to slip out the presentation, just go to a browser for a second, because one way to actually inform people on a budget, again, is to use Crowdfire. I use Crowdfire. It's a way of managing all your social media in one place. It allows me to send messages to Facebook, to Twitter, to Instagram in one go. You can send to other platforms as well, and you can do it for free. There is a free version that you can use, and that free version will allow you to send to Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Instagram, and also in what am I thinking about? I can't remember. It doesn't matter. Yeah, but that really is more for the business. I know that's more for business. I forget what it's called. It's owned by Facebook anyway. So you can actually use that website to inform people that you're going live and do it very efficiently, very effectively, and at no cost whatsoever. It's dead simple to use, very easy. So you will spend time streaming to nobody, but that will change over time. While you are streaming, no matter if you're streaming to nobody or streaming to thousands of people, keep talking, keep engaging. Imagine that there is somebody watching you. Tell them what you're doing, why you're doing it, what your thought process is. It will help you get into a habit of talking while you're online. There will be people lurking there. So there'll be people who are watching the stream who don't want to take part in chat. They never will take part in chat. It's just the way they are. It's their personality. So you have to be respectful to them as well. If you see that you've got 20 viewers and nobody's chatting with you, yeah, don't get stressed about it. Yeah, just keep talking. At some point, somebody will engage with you, and once one does, others will. I've seen it several times where one person starts chatting and other people jump in with their comments and thoughts because now somebody started rolling. So don't be afraid about that. Don't worry about it. Just keep chatting. Um, Another downside is that your stream isn't growing, and you'll get frustrated if your stream isn't growing. Mine isn't where I want it to be, but so what? It will be at some point in time. You just have to keep on going. So there are things you can do. You can look at the reason why and find that reason. You can study others who are in the same niche as you, and a website to do that at is Solynome. And if we go to Solynome and look at the first game that I ever streamed, then we can see the current stats for that over the last 30 days. The first game I ever streamed was Shenmue. It's a graphics adventure game, quite an old one now. There are 3 versions out. The second and third version are far superior, but I streamed the original. And if we look at stats for that, there were 7,311 hours of Shenmue watched. There were 1,553 hours broadcast. Now you can do the maths, yeah. The average number of viewers was 10. The average number of channels streaming at one time was 2. And forget viewer ratio, you can study it if you want, but it's not worth looking at. Maximum number of viewers, 269. I would immediately use this software to find out who was streaming to 269 viewers and then go and watch their stream and learn from them. Yeah? If I was not getting the viewers that they're getting, then learn from them. What are they doing differently? And use that sort of information to grow your stream. And you can look at all sorts of things on here. If I just click on channels, this will now load a page eventually that shows the most watched games currently, yeah, over the last 30 days, or we could go for the last 7 days. Let's look at the last 7 days. Most watched games, the fastest growing channels, the most viewed streams. You can look at all sorts of things on here, and you can see what's happening, and you can learn from these people and these games. This is a summary, so if we look at the most watched, let's go to most watched, all languages, then we can see that down here, these are the individuals that have got the most views. This one here, he's got an average of, well, his peak views, 57,054. This guy here, 183,000 viewers. Yeah, so you can use this to learn a lot. 333,674 viewers. Yeah, you can learn from these people, but what you don't want to do is be exactly the same as them. Look, these guys are all partnered, and for a reason. You're starting somewhere else. So understand that. Understand you're not going to be these people overnight, but you can learn from them. Don't break the rules. So I found quite quickly that there were Facebook channels that were offering follow for follow, which means that on your Twitch site, if one of the things you need is 50 followers or more is one of the categories for reaching affiliate status, and getting those 50 followers isn't necessarily straightforward. So follow for follow seems like a great idea. So you follow this guy and he follows you. Yeah. But the thing is, think about it long term. One, how many times is that guy actually going to visit your site and watch your stream? If you're lucky, once. If you're very lucky, more than once. But that'd be the exception, not the rule. Chances are they'll do the follow and you'll never see them. Second thing is that follow for follow is not a true reflection on the number of people you've got following you, is it? You it's falsified information. And Twitch don't like that. It's actually in their rules that follow for follow can lead to a ban. So why do it? I'd rather have genuine followers than people who are following me say they are and really they don't care. Yeah. So don't break the rules. It's not worth it really. The next thing is cost. You have to have a budget, and you can start on a very low budget, but the budget is quite easy to ramp up as you find yourself streaming more and more and you want to make things easier for yourself. It's easy to throw money at it when you haven't actually earned any money and you've got no reason to do that. So let's look at ways to stream on the cheap. So things you need to know before you start, your upload speed needs to be reasonable. My upload speed is diabolical. I live out in the countryside in the United Kingdom. My fibre box is about a mile away, so my upload speed is 3 meg at the best. Now that's okay to stream with, it's not great to stream with. I'd really love to have 10 meg upload speed, and then I wouldn't have any problems at all. I could stream anything I wanted. But 3 meg, if I get a few, if I get a few bad days and the broadband upload speed drops off to say 2 meg or 1.5 meg, I start chopping frames left, right, and centre, and that's not helpful to anybody. It doesn't make my stream look good, and it discourages people from watching. So having a good upload speed is important. And I'd really say 2 meg minimum. 3 meg's okay. It's good, but the better the upload speed, the better. My download speed varies from 17 to 26 meg, which again isn't fantastic. There are people only 5 miles away who are getting 60, 80 meg download speeds, but that's because their distance to the exchange is shorter than mine. So, is download speed as important as upload for streaming? No, because it's information being sent from your computer to the website, Twitch in my case, for people to watch. And so it's the upload speed that I need. Computer setup, you are going to need a reasonable processor and a good graphics card. So my processor, I've only got an i5 processor. It's suitable for starting off streaming. It can handle the stress of playing a game and coping with all the graphics calculations for streaming, but adding a graphics capture device to your graphics setup makes life a lot easier. So let's go and have a look at that. One of the first things that I actually did was, he says looking for it, yeah. I looked at this, Elgato's Game Capture HD60S, but it's £132 including VAT, and I haven't got £132 to throw away on something that might or might not work, so I wasn't willing to do it. So I had a chat with somebody who's quite technically minded about streaming. I'm technically minded. I've been in IT since 1974, but which is a long time ago. But I don't know much about capture devices, and I didn't want to spend 5 days, 6 days studying it all and trying to work it all out. So I spoke to somebody who was in the know, a streamer who was technically minded, and he told me to look for one of these or a second-hand one. So I got a second-hand HD60, this one's predecessor, for £40 from eBay, and it works great. I'm using it now to do this stream and to record this particular broadcast. It's great, it's fantastic, it works well, and it cost me 40 quid. Yeah, if that hadn't worked very well, I'd only lost £40. It's not the end of the world. So think of things like that. Stream Elements is the software I use for streaming, and the reason I use it is it's primarily cloud-based, and the version of OBS that it uses on your computer is lightweight and easy to manage. So most of the work's done in the cloud and a little bit's done on my computer, so that's quite easy. I started streaming with just a headset, so just a bog standard headset with a microphone, a boom microphone is fine to start off with. The downside of that is that people will hear you breathing, and eventually that becomes a bit annoying even for yourself. So you will want to get a decent microphone at some point, but you don't have to break the bank to get a decent microphone. Some people who have been streaming for a while say, oh, you want this microphone, it's £100 or it's £200, whatever, and that's a lot of money to invest early on, so don't do it. I'll show you what I did in a minute, and we'll have a look at ways of keeping the cost low. So decision time. My setup, I bought the Elgato screen capture device from eBay for £40. I got a decent microphone. And when I say decent microphone, let's look at this. I spent the whole of £30, £29.99 including VAT on this microphone. Now, the thing that's important to notice is it's a condenser microphone, and it uses a 48 volt phantom power supply, which is included. This one happens also to include the microphone stand and the microphone holder, so that makes life a lot easier. Makes it easier for me anyway, yeah. And the phantom power supply is the important bit because that helps boost the signal, increase the signal, so that you've got a decent level. It wasn't brilliant, so I actually used, he says, something like this. It's not identical to the one I've got. The one I've got's maybe a little bit better, but look at the price again. You can get these for 20 quid, £20, £23.95 for a mixer. It's got a preamp in it, so that boosts the signal again. Now, I wanted something to do sound effects, and to give me some abilities to add sound effects just at the press of a button. I could do it through Stream Elements and using hotkeys and things like that, but I wanted fixed things. I wanted something that I could actually just use at the press of a button like this. So you've got the minions there. I wanted to be able to do things like this. Round of applause, or in the middle of a fight, to be able to press this. And so I spent, good grief, £18.50. £18.50 including VAT, on this. Is it perfect? No. Is it hackers like? Some of the stuff on it is absolute rubbish. For example, the on mine, down in the bottom right, it says, where this one says kiss, it says dog barking on mine, And that dog barking isn't dog barking, it's a dog in pain, and I won't press the button. I hate it, Some of the other things, though, are great. The pitch bend, to have a high voice or a low voice, and things like that, are the equivalent to what is on the Stream Deck. Now this is a small Stream Deck, and this one's £120. There are bigger Stream Decks that have much more, much higher number of buttons. Look at this one, no, wrong one, sorry, this one here. There you go, that's what I want. So this particular Stream Deck, £200 or thereabouts, bar a penny, it's fantastic. But it doesn't have the sound effects, it controls the sound effects, and that's important to remember. So there's another way around that. What I use instead of this is, he says, let's go here, let's just go to Google again, and I'll show you what I use. Free software, absolute free software, works on an Android or an iPhone, and works on a Mac or a PC as well, so you actually need to install it on both, on your PC and on your phone, and then you can create your own icons, or you can use the icons that are provided for you, and then link to OBS Studio and change scenes. So here, let me just demonstrate for you. Okay, so let's go to chat. So I've turned off the camera, but if I turn on the camera again, well, actually the camera's disconnected, so it doesn't matter. But I can change scene at the press of a button, and I'm just pressing a button on my phone. That's all I'm doing, and this is working perfectly well. It's just working. So it does everything that this does, but it does it for free. So I'm not spending £200 on that. If I was making money by streaming, I might do, but I'm not going to at the moment. So microphone, a mixer, live VA, touch portal. It cost me less than £100 to do the whole lot, I think. Or maybe £150 to do the whole lot, whatever it was. So goal setting. I have set a goal for myself. I would like to become a Twitch affiliate. I haven't got 50 followers yet. But all my followers are real followers, and they're people that come into chat and talk to me. Over the last 30 days, you need to have streamed 500 minutes or more. I do that all the time, and it's simple. I do 2 or 3 days a week of 3 or 4 hours a week. 3 or 4 hours stream, and there's your 500 minutes, dead easy. I exceed it so easily, it's unreal, and I enjoy doing it. You need 7 unique broadcast days. That means you must have broadcast on 7 different days. That's all. That's easy to do, and especially easy for me because I'll broadcast Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday 1 week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday the next week, so on and so forth. An average of 3 or more concurrent viewers. Believe it or not, that is the hard part for me. So over a 30-day period, to have 3 or more concurrent viewers, and that only comes by getting more followers. So if you haven't got the followers who don't come, if you've got followers and they come to your channel and they watch and they engage in chat, this becomes easier. And that's all I try to do. That's all I'm focusing on at the moment is that. That I've done. Sorry, let's go back. Sorry. So this bit I've done. This bit I've done. It's the first one and the last one that I'm struggling to do. But, I'll get there. I'll say struggling. It's not that difficult. And, the number of followers goes up every single time I stream. So I'll get there. Eventually, I'd like to be a Twitch partner, but I'm not focusing on that at the moment. And the reason for that is it's quite difficult. This is part of the list of things you have to do. And, it's quite difficult. The path to achievement takes you to this page and shows you how you do, within Twitch. So, I'll get there eventually. It's fine. But please learn how to do this properly. Learn that you don't have to spend a fortune, that you can buy a £30 microphone, that you can buy an £18, £19 sound effects box, that you can buy a £20 mixer, that you can, you might need extra USB ports. Again, don't spend a fortune on it. I spent 23 quid on, £24 on getting extra USB ports. But that was just because I didn't have enough. I'd broken a couple on the front of my PC. The ones on my back were all in use. So, I just needed more. Again, don't spend £132 on a game capture device. Go to eBay and get a second-hand one for £30, £40. Don't buy a Stream Deck. Use Twitch Portal instead. Yes, it takes more to configure, but you're starting out. Don't spend a fortune. Learn by looking at the streams. Learn by looking at the games. Learn by looking at who's doing what. So I can search for a user. So if I search for let's search for one of my favourite StarCraft. I can't spell his handle, but first, there we go. First, search for Juggernaut Jason, who's one of my favourite StarCraft streamers, and I'll look at what he's done recently. He's got an average of 145 viewers on a stream. He's got 4,958 hours of watch stream. He's gained 49 followers this week. This week. Viewers gained 6,169 views gained. Peak viewers 612. 33 hours streamed in the last 7 days. You look at what people like this do. And if I want to stream StarCraft, I learn from people like this. What is it they're doing in their streams? What is it they're saying to their chat? How do they engage? When do they broadcast? When's the best time to broadcast and learn as a result? You can do a lot by following that sort of thing. And I hope that you will. I hope that you'll join me streaming and that you'll enjoy it as much as I do. So come pay me a visit at twitch.tv/AODCTSNWW. Tell me what you think. Tell me if there's anything I can do to help you, or if you've got any questions, I'll try and answer them. Other ways to follow me are on screen there. My website, ctsnww.com, has got my my stream schedule and things like that on it. And I always broadcast to Facebook, to Twitter, and to Instagram.com/AODCTSNWW to tell people when I'm about to go live. So follow me there. Enjoy. I'll speak to you soon, I hope. Come and see me. Come pay me a visit. Come and ask me some questions. And take care and enjoy. I hope to see you streaming one day soon.